and I'm happy to have been a part of that.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Yes, Commissioner, thank you for giving us that summary, because I think that Lantana, probably more than any other project that I know in the county, and I've been sitting around here for a while, really needs to be a model of how things should be done. There was a time, as Commissioner Carter said, when county development districts were really poo-pooed. I mean, they were really, had a negative connotation, and some people really outwardly bashed them. This is an example of how a man with vision, and I mean you, Mr. Strauss, could go ahead and take that particular tool and turn it into something that's absolutely amazing. Who knew 10 years ago somebody would have walked up and said, listen, we're going to get a subdivision out here. We're going to have not only the best schools in the area, but they're going to be the most high-tech, the most advanced schools you can find. And not only that, for a little over $100 a month, we're going to mow your yard and we're going to make everything look really pretty. We're going to plant more trees out here than you can imagine possible. We're even going to bring some in because there's not enough out here for us to move. And in addition to that, we're going to give you a quality life that's second to none. And we're going to be in a location where the terrain and the topography is absolutely beautiful. And we're going to throw in a golf course and a couple other amenities, a few swimming pools and everything else. And we're going to do that at no cost to the county because we're going to form some partnerships. A decade ago, they would have said, you were crazy, Rick. And to be honest with you, there were a lot of doubters out there. And you showed them how it worked. My hat's off to you. Your family should be proud. This is really a result of your vision. And I think, as far as the county's concerned, there are many times that we could enter different projects and different contests to be recognized not only across the state but across the nation. I was reading just yesterday the International City Manager Association, City County Managers Association is looking for unique projects. I think this is something Denton County ought to look at to go ahead and enter as a project that we see as a role model for the rest of the country. So I congratulate you and your staff.
Commissioner White.
Thank you. Well, I would like to say, as one who actually mirrors some of the concerns on the county development districts, I think some of the concerns were valid. There's a lot of different special districts that you can have in the counties, as you well know, and I think there are pros and cons. For freshwater supply districts, I'm in a precinct where I have several, and they have been done well thus far, and they can really add to a community, and I think for me, and I'm sure for Commissioner Carter, the benefit, and for the county as a whole, the benefit overwhelmingly, besides all the things that you mentioned, is the fact that counties do not have zoning powers. And so when you have a freshwater supply district coming in and having a master plan community and having municipal standard water, wastewater services and streets and all those services, that does present a value to the county. Certainly in my precinct, many of the freshwater supply districts, they are in unincorporated areas, obviously, and they will have a demand on other county services such as fire and police, and they have been very successful in contracting with the county to provide dedicated service. Even though the county would have to provide those services, they're essentially paying for dedicated services. So there's a lot of benefits to be had, and I will echo the sentiments that have been echoed thus far, that you have done it right. And I think that has provided a value to the county, and there's been several in Precinct 1 that have done it right too. So I'm always happy to see when we have developers that are community-minded and look out for the interests of the citizens as well. So thank you.
I appreciate it.
Commissioner Mitchell.
Rick, just let me echo the comments of the other commissioners. At the time that all this was taking place, you took the time to pick me up and take me to Dallas to show me some of the other projects that you all had been working on and had been a success. And I appreciated that because I worried about county development districts also, about them, their power to usurp the citizens' power that was already in the county. But you've shown us that you do a first-class project. And I'm just tickled to death to see Lantana succeed because, 407, you all have done a lot for the work of 407, which, you know, Jim and I share together. And our citizens, all of the citizens complain about having the traffic on the road, and you all have stepped up to the plate to donate land to help us get 407 widened. And I'm just thankful for you and your participants, your staff, the work that you've done. Anytime that we have a charity project that someone needs somewhere to have a fashion show or charity project, you all have stepped up to the plate. This has been the place to be. And I just want to appreciate what you've done in the community. And you certainly had an example to do that because of your aunt, Annette Strauss. I'm sure she taught you a lot about how to work with the government and how to be a team player. And so we just thank you for the work that y'all have done, and looking forward to many more successes in Lantana.
I appreciate that, Commissioner. At the same time, I want to thank you all again because it hasn't been what we've done, it's been what we've all done together. So it's been a great partnership, and we've enjoyed it, and we look forward to it being one for a long time.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you again for letting us be here today.
Thank you.